radio station, but don't forget to watch us. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV, and if you head on over there, you'll see I'm not alone in the studio today, which always brings me joy. And with Memorial Day right around the corner, we've got one of our favorite nonprofit veteran organizations back in the studio with this squad. We got Lee and Tiffany Stringer. So welcome back, guys, and lady. I guess I can still say guys, but welcome back, y'all.
Thank you.
It's always fun to have you here because that means that we're gearing up for something fun and exciting that also benefits the veterans in our state. And so I can't think of something that would be better than that. But Lee, just in case there's somebody listening to Good Things for the first time, and maybe they've heard of Fifth Squad, but not really sure maybe what you guys do on a daily basis, let's talk about y'all's day-to-day mission that y'all do out in the world.
Okay. Well, of course, thank you again, Rebecca, as always, for having us. So Fifth Squad started in 2016.
Yep. Bring the mic just a little bit up. There you go.
There we go.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Fifth Squad started in 2016 with myself and 3 other Mississippi National Guardsmen, and then we got our 501c3 in 2017. Then 2018 is when we actually started assisting veterans. But what we do is we assist a veteran in Mississippi. For now, our goal is to branch out. But what we do is if a veteran contacts us or another organization, third party, the VA, American Legion, VFW, all those organizations will contact us. And they'll have a veteran that has served honorably and completed their enlistment, or if they're still serving, or medically discharged. We provide immediate assistance with utilities, groceries, rent. Those are our 3 primary, but we've assisted with all types of other things. We've partnered with other organizations to build wheelchair ramps. A couple months ago, we helped a disabled veteran move from one home to another. We got a bunch of volunteers, and some of our members helped with that. And we do all kinds of things. Obviously, we do events throughout the year, but the way we assist is direct assistance. We pay the bill directly. We don't give any money to the veteran. All we ask is that you show that you served honorably and the utility that you need some assistance with. We don't ask any other questions other than that. We don't need to know how much you make for a living or anything like that. Or we do ask, kind of what got you in that situation so that we can help try to guide them so that this isn't just a Band-Aid, so that we can try to put them on the right path to not needing assistance down the road. But we all get in a bind every now and then, and that's why we want to help out.
One thing I love about y'all's story too, Lee, is oftentimes the veterans who get help turn around and pour back into Fifth Squad, whether it's through volunteer opportunities or giving when they can. Just going to show that it really is, it's bridging that gap when people need it the most. And sometimes other organizations, too much red tape, or they're just not going to help with a cart full of groceries or whatever it may be. And for the longest time, you and your friends, Lee, were doing this purely volunteer. But the good news is it's grown so much that Tiffany has come on board as, I think, the only one who's helped me to run things and sort of organize things. So, Tiffany, like from your day-to-day basis, I mean, you're in the trenches. You get to see and sort of hear these stories. What's it like being a part of Fifth Squad?
It was very eye-opening coming on board. I didn't have a really military background, like family, had some family members, but besides that, I just kind of knew what I saw on TV. But once I married Lee and got involved with the organization, it was very eye-opening to the assistance that is not available for the veterans out there and how big the need is. So it's very rewarding, but it's also very, heavy, on your heart when you hear everybody's stories. But that's why I'm glad we do what we do, and we can, assist immediately.
And one way y'all do that is through your great events that you guys have put on, and it's grown over the years. I think how many years have y'all been doing the Memorial Day event?
So this is our 3rd year with the Mississippi Braves doing a Memorial Day event. The first year we were just we come up with the idea, sitting around with Tim Mueller. He used to be the assistant GM. He's gone on to Lexington, Kentucky now, but we'd come up with a concept of honoring our veterans through Memorial Day, in particular our fallen. There's been 26 Mississippi National Guardsmen that have been killed since 9/11. There just happens to be 25 players on an active roster. So if you count the manager, that just happens to be 26 jerseys perfectly. So what we do is, instead of the players wearing their name on the back of the jersey, they'll have one of the fallen on the back of their jersey. And then on the sleeves, it has all 82 Mississippians that have been killed since 9/11. One of the names is Sev Summers, who was a friend of mine who served in the Mississippi Army National Guard, which that morning they will be doing a workout of the day, similar to the Michael Murphy Murph Challenge. The 220th Special Forces will be doing an event that morning at the Mississippi Braves Park to honor Sev.
Is this Saturday morning or Monday morning?
Monday morning, okay. The day of Memorial Day, May 27th, I believe it is, yes. So that they'll do that morning. They'll have all kind of jump houses, music, food truck, all that sort of thing that morning. So if you're interested in that, check them out on social media. It's a great event.
It's
I won't be working out in that event, but I'll make sure that I'll have a beer, to cheer people come across the finish line.
Say, Tiffany, is it just because he's busy, or
way busy? Yeah, way. I got to mentally prepare for our event that evening, and then that night. 220th will actually come back again, and they'll deliver the game ball. They'll come out from the outfield riding one of their side-by-sides with some cool guy stuff on it, and some of our Special Forces heroes will be on the backs of it, and they'll be there. We'll have a flyover from the 172nd Air Wing during the National Anthem. Skylar Lane, if you remember her from Brandon or Pearl, I can't remember, but she was American Idol. She'll be singing the National Anthem. She's actually married to a Mississippi Army National Guardman who was a chaplain, Christopher. So it's a great event, and we encourage everybody to come out, especially since the last year for the Mississippi Braves. They've been within Pearl for almost 20 years now, and we hate to see them go, but we're also going to be partnering with the Biloxi Shuckers starting next season to do the same events. So we're not going to let it die. This is too great of an event honoring. Speaking of which, also, I forgot this, we will have suites for the Gold Star families. Okay. So the families that'll be there honoring their loved ones will have a suite. There's been a couple suites donated by Trust Park. I can't remember who else. I'll get that,
but making sure that those families are taken
make sure they're not out in the heat.
And this is not just you guys with Fist Squad and all of your partners have grown over the last 3 years. It's not just hey, come buy your ticket, and obviously proceeds benefit what you guys do, but you have gone above and beyond to make sure this entire game, you and the Mississippi Braves honors the ones that it should be all about there on Memorial Day. So it's an entire thing. It's not just a baseball game that's benefiting something great. Like, you guys really have taken the time to make sure that it's all inclusive in terms of what the day's supposed to stand for anyway.
Yes, ma'am. And Milwaukee Tool sponsors the game, so they purchase all the jerseys, and the Mississippi Braves will auction off the jerseys during the game. So if you'd like to purchase one of the jerseys, you can purchase them then. And what we do is if we have one of the fallen, the Golden Star family members, we just give them the jersey. And typically we've still had people buy the jersey and then turn around and give it to the Gold Star families, and that's an awesome feeling too.
So do we need to go ahead and get our tickets for that? Does that ever sell out? Or
well, yeah, you can go ahead and get them. You can go by the box office, or you can go on the Braves website and you can get them. We'd love to sell it out, especially with it being the last event. Bring your families. It's such a great event, and it's when they play the national anthem, and when you have that flyover, if your skin doesn't crawl at that point, you probably should, like I had an old preacher said, your wood must be wet. So something about it that you just know that you're doing the right thing.
And so that's Monday. That's actually going to be Memorial Day. Do you know the date, in case we don't know which day Memorial Day is? The 24th?
27th.
27th?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, look, I'm looking at the wrong month.
It's 2 weeks from today, the 27th.
Gosh, we were already there.
Right.
I get the 27th. And what time do the gates open for this particular
The gates open about 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
And if you want to come for the SEV workout that morning, do you need to sign up for that?
Yes,
you
ma'am.
mentioned finding
the
them
best
on
way,
Facebook.
they have it on Eventbrite, but you can go to their social media. You can look up the Mississippi Army National Guard, if you just look up SEV, S-E-V, it'll pull it up.
I was trying to remember the actual workout, but it's atrocious. I mean, in the best way possible, right?
Yeah, it's like 1 million push-ups, I think 2 million pull-ups, and like a 3-mile run, something like that. Either way, I'm not that concerned about it. I did that yesterday, already got out of the way.
Oh, you already got out of the way? You did that yesterday. Tiffany, did you witness that? Do you have his time down?
She was asleep. I did it while she was asleep.
Yeah.
She doesn't get up as early as others.
But what I'm hearing is there at Trustmark Park all day for Memorial Day, there's going to be something for everyone, or something for the family. And I feel like for the baseball game in general, that is a full family event to come out and sort of enjoy. I know you guys with Fist Squad too, that's not your only event. And again, with all the proceeds, everything that's garnered from this goes back into y'all's main mission, which is to be able to then provide these services throughout the year for our veterans. So I know you got more on the list. What else is coming up for you guys?
So you mentioned that, Rebecca. The reason why we do so many events is because we're not governmentally funded. I mean, we get a couple of grants. We recently just got a grant from the McGee Walmart, which was great. But all of our money comes through events. So whenever we get new members or we have volunteers, that's one of the things I ask them. Like, look, our organization's not like others. It's going to be work. It's,
But it's good work that gives
it's
back.
great work. You're absolutely right.
But we're going to find out more about those other events coming up next here on Good Thing. And don't forget to watch us on SuperTalk TV. You can do that on your computer, your mobile device. We are continuing our conversation with Lee and Tiffany Stringer. They're with Fist Squad, which they are a nonprofit veteran organization that focuses on assisting veterans here in our state. And I think that's a good thing to remind to point and sort of underscore is that you guys are helping our people right here in our community. Not that there's anything wrong with helping veterans in other states, but oftentimes if you're going to give of your time and your energy and all resources, you like to know that those are going to your neighbors.
Right. Yeah. One of the things about that is you get lost in the weeds a lot of times with these large organizations, and we have plans of having Fist Squad chapters in other states so that they can focus on assisting theirs. Because, like you said, veterans aren't just local to Mississippi, but we know that if we're only dealing with Mississippi, we can make sure that they're sought after and they're not just another number that they've been so often in their career.
And even though you guys are here in central Mississippi, you help veterans in all 82 counties if they're there. I don't know if you've helped in all 82 counties, Tiffany, but you guys would seek out and help anyone who calls from all 82 counties, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no necessarily on that. Okay, we were talking about the Memorial Day event. Again, events, grants, and fundraisers are how you guys are able to help make these opportunities happen. What else you got coming up, Lee?
All right, so this weekend we will be at the National Guard Association Officers Convention in Biloxi at the IP. We will also be in Hattiesburg at the Vet Fest. So we'll be split up into two different places because several of our members are officers, so they'll be at the convention also. Next weekend we will be at
Pearl at the Vets for Vets. It's a big car show. It'll be our first time attending that event, so we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah,
something new, and that's actually. Yeah, that will be the following weekend. You're correct.
Yep, and then June 14th, we will have our Veterans Cup golf tournament at Bay Point in Brandon off of 471. So we're excited about that. We've been doing that at Wolf Hollow for the last 2 years in Wesson, but we've moved it to Bay Point with a new partnership that we have with them. So we're super excited about that. It'll be a two-man scramble.
So how does that work?
It's a two-person scramble. I mean, they'll be partnered up with another team, but it'll just like we've always done 4-person scrambles, but this is a 2-person one. So it's all over our social media too, event caddy as well. So, but that's the best place to find any information. I know you're going to ask eventually, and I'll remind you again. But our Facebook page is the best place to find any information that we've got going on like that.
Do you have to be good at golf?
No. You don't. Actually, it actually helps the other players that are playing if you're not good because they got a better chance of winning.
Well, how's that possible? You mean
the other people that you're playing against. Yeah. So we have, I play golf occasionally, but I'm more of like a golf cart driver than I am actually driving a golf ball.
Give you awards for that.
I feel like it. I agree.
I feel like it should be part
I've
of
only wrecked 2 or 3 times, so I don't know what the quota is, but it's fun. It's a great event. We have a lot of great sponsors. Buffalo Wild Wings is going to be catering, so if you like that, it'll be there as well, and a lot of good sponsors as well that'll be there supporting the event.
Y'all are busy and out there, and I think that's important to realize. It's not just a sit-back organization that's just trying to rake in donations. Y'all are in the trenches, as I keep saying, but in all of these communities, showing your faces. By now, after you've done it for so long, Lee and Tiffany, I know you've been at, I guess, a year or so now. Do you get people who are recognizing the brand, recognizing what you guys are standing for, and how does that feel?
It feels great. I won't put his name out there on blast, but one of our founding members used to say we didn't have name recognition. We were never going to have name recognition, blah, blah, blah. But we have it now. We go all the time. People see our shirt. They'll be like, asking about Fist Squad, or we see Fist Squad shirts out in the wild. That's what we call it, a sighting in the wild. But it is, especially, last year we were honored by Governor Reeves as the #1 veterans charity in the state of Mississippi. We were recently named Best of Rankin County as the best nonprofit in Rankin County. So it's getting out there as to what we do. And I think the main thing is how we do it, because it's immediate. If your utilities are getting cut off this afternoon, you can't go through all that red tape like you talked about. And all we ask is that you served honorably. You serve honorably, we pay the bill. We only do it one time a year. We assist one time a year or up to 3 times over a lifetime.
But you'll also help that individual, like, how do we get here?
Right.
Why are lights getting turned off? And then what resources can I connect you to, right? You meet the immediate need.
That's right.
But then you also go a little deeper, and I think that also sets you apart.
Absolutely. We work with an organization called Work for Warriors, and it's a program that helps service members and their family members get jobs. So if we're contacted by a veteran that needs a job as well, we help. We meet that need, like you mentioned, and then we want to try to put them in the hands of somebody else that can help meet these other long-term needs so that it's not this situation every month in and month out.
You wonder how you think, oh, how am I getting brand recognition? And I mean, it is a brand or a Fifth Squad recognition. And it's like, by now, do you know how many veterans you guys have helped-ish?
Yes. So since 2018, when we originally started, we've assisted well over 2,000 veterans in the state of Mississippi.
Word of mouth gets out.
That's right. And of that, it's been about $350,000 in direct assistance. And that's all because of just raising money at these events, incredible partners that we have. We're partnering with Keesler Federal Credit Union now. That's going to be a huge partnership for us as well. I'm not sure if y'all heard recently about the veteran that was the soldier that was Mississippi that was deployed, but his car was sold at Mac Hike. So that car was auctioned off about a month ago, and a portion of those proceeds were donated to Fifth Squad as well.
That's awesome, and that was a crazy story.
It was bananas, but the soldier knew us, knows about Fifth Squad, knows what we do. And he contacted us about it while he was deployed. It's a whole nother crazy story, but he knew what we did, and he wanted to make sure that money went towards an organization that was going to do what he believes in as well.
Which, and I think that's too. I mean, your reputation is speaking for yourself, and that's why people are still showing up and wanting to support. And if we don't support and help, and oftentimes I think we get caught up in, well, I don't know what to do. And sometimes it's just come play golf.
That's right.
Like, just sign up, come have a great time, come out to the Memorial Day weekend, take advantage of that. If you don't know what to do with your family, here's something that also gives back. Mm-hmm. And even though it doesn't feel like you did the hard work, you did what gives you guys the opportunity to do the work.
That's right. Yeah. We would love for you to come participate in an event. You can go on our website. You can sign up for $5 a month to donation. Even, it's hard for people in today's time to give a financial donation, and we get that. But $5 a month is a cup of coffee for most people. Except for me, I can get it's just black, so I don't mind anything else.
Same
so
here,
it's usually cheaper. But you can do that, and then that's an easy thing that you can do and feel better about it. But if everybody did $5 a month, there'd be a whole lot of veterans that weren't living on the street anymore.
Or you can buy waffles. And so I get tickled at this because I was following you guys' social media where y'all keep everything updated on Fifth Squad Lee, and I saw this push for something about waffles, and I was like, this must be great. My kids love waffles. Why are we talking about waffles? So apparently I did not get the memo. So what is waffles when it comes to social media?
So social media, you can't use the word raffles because they'll block it. So especially if you've got a firearm or something like that you're raffling off. But we have a 7-day all-inclusive paid vacation to Panama. For it's like $3,700 value. We have a flamethrower. And we have a 1927 Tommy gun, and you get 3 chances to win.
Is that the all-one package?
Well, you get a chance to win. So you buy a ticket. If you don't win on the first one, we have 2 other options for you to be able to win. So it's a great opportunity. But yes, you can't use the term raffle. So we use waffles. Everybody that does raffles on social media knows that waffle.
Something
get you a bite of that waffle.
You have to get a bite of the waffle. And so can we buy our waffles, which is our raffle tickets, online, or can we buy them? How do we get those?
So you can buy them at all of our events. You can buy them. You'll see people sharing them. The people that share it usually are members that have tickets. But you can click on that link that you saw, and you can get you some tickets there as well. I've got some in my truck if you need me to run some back up here too.
And when will that drawing be?
It'll be on July 4th.
Oh, okay.
It'll be live on our social media, July 4th.
So you're pushing from now until July 4th, so folks have an opportunity to sort of think through that and get their. I think that's fun. Waffles and flamethrowers, 2 things I didn't know I'd be talking about here on Good Things Today. But are we talking about flamethrower?
Yeah, it's real. It's pretty cool. It'll shoot like 24 feet, I think, or something like that.
Okay. Well, somebody out there would be ecstatic to sort of get that. But I also think people are happy to hear that our veterans are being taken care of. I don't think anybody disagrees with that, right?
Yes,
like you guys have a topic that everybody agrees, like we should be taking care of our veterans. And I think the best thing to say is there's multiple ways to do that. Like we still need the VA and the services that they provide and other red tape organizations, but then we need those immediate acute needs too, and everybody can kind of play their role in that.
Right. Yeah. So we've talked about it. One of the things, this patriotism kind of goes with its ebbs and flows with our country based off of where we're at war or whatever. And I think now is a time when we need it more because whenever we were supporting the veterans, whenever everything was all over the news, those veterans are the ones that are needing the assistance now. when they were serving, they were being taken care of by the government. Now they need our assistance. We need your assistance. So that's when it now more than ever is when the veterans that are no longer serving needs the assistance. So please reach out to Fifth Squad on Facebook, volunteer, donate your time, donate your efforts. Share a post. It doesn't matter. Buy a T-shirt. We have a website. You can buy shirts, tumblers, stickers, koozies, you name it. We got it. And you can get a license plate, put it on your car, and drive around with it. Just something to be able to help everybody else know what we do and why we do it.
If not, show up to Trustmark Park Memorial Day for the game, or the golf tournament is
June 14th at Bay Point in Brandon off of 471.
All right. It's been a pleasure to have you, Lee and Tiffany. Thank y'all. Next
Thank
time
you.
you'll come, it'll be another round of good stuff. So
Yep.
I appreciate y'all. Stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.
But